Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. A Brown County hidden camera and exploitation case we've been following for about 3 years now comes to an end today in court.
Judge sentenced 38-year-old Samantha Treblecock to 9 months in jail and 3 years of probation. This plea deal avoided a jury trial and potential prison sentence. She pled no contest to 4 misdemeanors today. Before the plea deal, she was facing a felony charge and several misdemeanors in connection to that 2021 arrest, where prosecutors say she helped entice a teenage victim to a home in Lawrence, where the girl was secretly recorded while she undressed in a bathroom. Brittany Schmidt has been following the case from the very beginning. She joins us now with the judge's reasoning behind the sentencing. Brittany.
Bill and Cammie, the judge made it very clear right away that because there are no felony charges anymore, there would be no prison time for Treblecock. But he says the lasting impact her actions have on the victims in this case deserve jail time, and that's why she received a 9-month sentence behind bars. Now, this case has been severely litigated over the past several years with many motions and court dates on the books. Today in court, the state says this plea deal, amending the felony charge to a misdemeanor one, was not ideal, but it was acceptable. The defense argued for probation, saying the state didn't have enough evidence to prove guilt at a jury trial. The judge in this case reviewed several character letters for Treblecock and as well as victim impact statements. He says reading the underage victim's words about being exploited in a sexual manner required jail time for the defendant.
To such an extent, the exploitation is that she describes the victim as being these scars, not wounds, scars, run deep and still sting. I mean, that is what she's saying. She was exploited.
The judge goes on to say he does not believe Treblecock is an innocent bystander. According to the criminal complaint, investigators found multiple hidden recording devices and equipment at the home Treblecock shared with her boyfriend, Michael Cannell. A year ago, he was found guilty and sentenced in federal court to 5 years in prison after being indicted on 4 counts of production of child pornography last November.
I am so sorry for the poor choices that I made and any pain they may have caused to both you and your families. I got caught up in the moment of drinking and having fun and made some mistakes. I take full responsibility for my actions and am deeply sorry for any suffering that you endured.
Treblecock will report to jail on November 21st to serve her jail sentence. Cammie.